I'm Sarah Ingle, and today we are going to learn how to do Ariel makeup, just like the real Ariel does at Disney World. This is one of my most requested tutorials, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. So we already have our foundation on. If you don't know how to do foundation for a princess, I have another video for that, so you can check it out. Let's try and link it somewhere around here. Assuming you have all of your foundation done, we are going to start with blush. Ariel wears kind of like a corally color, so it's kind of orange, kind of pink. I have some theatrical makeups you can do that with, but I also have a really handy palette that I'm going to try and show you, but yeah, I dropped it and it broke all over the place, so it's really messy. This is the Smashbox Masterclass Palette 2. There's a bunch of stuff in it, so I can tell you what each one is that I use. This one has a nice one in it called Warm Apricot. That's an option. Really any blush that has a corally, kind of a mix of pink and orange. I think coral is just a Little Mermaid, so find one that's coral color. Load up your brush with some coral colored blush and then apply lightly like you do with any blush. Mostly on the apples of your cheeks because princesses are nice and rosy and such. Kind of blend it out. If you accidentally get a little heavy, you can blend it in nicely with a beauty blender. Especially if you're putting a wig on, you can go really heavy with it, because something about putting a wig on all of a sudden makes your whole face look less saturated. And so it works if you go a little heavier than usual. So there we go. We have some coral colored blush on. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get just a matte light eyeshadow highlight. So inside this same messy palette that I showed you from Smashbox, there is a color called Bliss that works well. I think they make a matte naked palette with the little like essentials basics. I don't have it, but I think it has a really good one in there that would work. So really just any really light eyeshadow. So you just take it under the brow bone, and this is what you're gonna use to highlight your nice brow bone. So you've got your brow highlight on. So the inner corner is kind of like a yellowish gold color. It's a little bit shimmery, but it's kind of hard to find one that matches Ariel's exactly. I found some that are theatrical makeups, but one that kind of works, is not quite as shimmery, is this Sephora. Just has, it's called Banana Split. It sounds really yummy. It's just literally Sephora brand Banana Split. And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it and put it in the inner corner. Just gonna blend it out. You can blend it most of the way across the lid. It's not ultimately going to be the thing that's on the outer corner, but it's all good. I spread it out a lot because when you leave it like super bright yellow, it can look kind of scary. Like in my original Little Mermaid video, with the lights I had, it looked almost fluorescent. I did this makeup for both of my Little Mermaid videos. I'll link both of them so you can see them. And then just do the same for the other eye. Okay, now I have two yellow eyeballs and we're ready to move to the next eyeshadow. There's a couple options for this. If you find a really good like darker coral to use for your cheeks, then you can also use that on the outer corners. What I a lot of times use is this. It's NARS and the color is Persia. You can use this on the outer corner of your eyes. I will show you that. So take your brush, load it up and pat it very lightly. Because again, some of these get pretty pigmented and they're like bright colors you're dealing with. Just kind of pat it on both of those to make sure they're blended together. And I will probably take that other brush with the yellow and smooth some of that yellow over top of it as well. Just make sure you blend them together. Now take a clean fluffy brush and again, blend in the crease especially. You don't want any hard lines or any like solid, oh this half is orange and this half is yellow. You want all just kind of blend together. For your crease, you're gonna find a nice, whatever brush you usually use for your crease, nothing fancy required, and just find a nice brown, nothing super dark, buck. And the Naked palette works really well. If you're using the Smashbox Masterclass palette that I showed you earlier, there's a color in there called Sable that also works. Any matte brown you have will work just fine. So you gotta load it up and you stick it there in your crease and swoosh it back and forth. Just gives your eyes a little more definition, especially if they're going to be in a lot of photos. This really helps. You can do it with the other eye as well. Swoosh it around. Then take another clean fluffy brush and make sure you blend out those edges. And there we go. Your eyeshadow is good to go. I'm pretty sure Ariel at Disney World sometimes wears eyelashes, sometimes doesn't. So here's my trick with false eyelashes if you want to wear them. I don't like the full long lashes. I like the half lashes. I think they look way more natural, and that way you'll get this weird shadow that we're more comfortable, just better all around. So I have this Sephora collection, and these are called Flutter. And I use these for almost everybody. And I just clean them off with soap and water when I'm done with them and use them again. So we're gonna put these on before we put on the liner. A lot of times it helps to curl your eyelashes first. So here we go. Eyelashes are curled, so now we can put on some eyelashes. I have a little trick for this. Eyelashes sometimes give people problems. I used to model on one of my very first photo shoots I ever went on. A makeup artist taught me the coolest little trick, and it's the simplest thing ever, and there's other ways to do this. I just find it so handy. You squirt a little bit of the glue on your wrist. And then you take one of the lashes and you run it through the glue, and you get it all nice on there, and you're not trying to squeeze it on. Then you just place it there. Try and line it up nicely. Great, we're gonna give that a minute to dry while we work on this one. While I'm letting those guys dry, I'm gonna show you the eyebrows. So you can, if you want, cover your eyebrows first with foundation or something, especially if you have really dark eyebrows. You can use a pencil, and there's tons of places that have like auburn or red pencils, but this NARS Persia stuff, if you're using that, you might want to use this with it, because it is awesome. I'm just gonna take an Ingle brush here and put it over my eyebrows, and this stuff is really super pigmented. I'm not even using any pencils or anything, and it's like really intense. It's almost so intense that sometimes I even take a little bit of Buck, the Naked palette, and blend it in there with it. Just gonna make it a little bit more of an auburn color. Now you have both of your eyebrows done, and by now your eyelashes should be dry enough that you can take your curler back and use it to squish them together. Make sure they're both in there. Don't press down all the way. I just kind of use it to lightly press them together. This keeps there from being a gap in between your real lashes and your false lashes. And just do it for the other eye then too. For the eyeliner, you can use a liquid liner if you're really good with that. I find what's actually even easier is a gel liner. And good for us, there is a gel eyeliner in that Smashbox Masterclass 2 palette. And it's called Caviar. It is a nice black liner, and you'll use black on the top. So you just take that, and I try and keep it pretty thin line. I don't like it super thick. Little tiny lines connecting. there's one. Now just do it on the other eye. For the bottom, just take any dark brown eyeliner pencil you have and lightly make a very natural, no hard lines, just soft brown underneath. Before I put mascara on, I am going to put in my blue contacts because I don't want to mess the mascara all up. These are the Fresh Look Color Blends in Brilliant Blue. For the mascara, you can use any black mascara to seal the fake lashes and the real ones together, as well as put on the bottom. One of my favorites is Benefit They're Real. Let's go. I usually start on the top, wiggle just a little bit. I'm gonna put a little more of whatever lip liner you want, a little back on the edges. And there you are. If you want, you can put a little gloss on top too, or some Sugar Rose tinted lip treatment just to get a little bit of shine. There you go. And now the last thing you're gonna want to do is seal it all in. So I have this Ben Nye Final Seal Spray, that's one option. And also, there's hairspray. So I will show you. Hairspray will hold anything in place, not just your hair, but also hold your makeup in place. So hold your breath, close your eyes, and you can really go crazy with it. Alright, so there we are. That is Ariel's makeup. Let me know what character you want to see next in the comments below. Let me know if you have any thoughts, any questions, anything like that. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Let me know if you try it out with red hair. I want to see your red hair. I want to see lots and lots of red-headed mermaids.